Did you ever wonder how it all started? We're talking about civilization, of course. Picture the world eons ago, a rugged landscape untouched by human hands. It's the Stone Age, the first act in the grand play of human history. Our ancestors, more ape-like than human, begin their slow but steady journey of evolution. Over countless generations, the once primitive hominids start to stand upright, their brains growing in size, their dexterity improving, and their intelligence sharpening. Now, imagine a spark that ignited not just a fire, but the potential for progress. The discovery of fire was a game changer. It provided warmth, protection, and a new way to prepare food. It was the first step towards control over the environment, a pivotal moment in our ancestors' survival and growth. Alongside fire, they crafted tools from stone, wood, and bone. These tools, rudimentary as they may seem, were the first technology enabling our ancestors to hunt, gather, and later cultivate. As we move forward in time, we reach the Neolithic period, a new age of innovation and progress. Here, humans made their next giant leap. They transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle, always on the move in pursuit of food, to settled societies. They learned to sow seeds, to domesticate animals. This was the dawn of agriculture. This shift allowed them to stay in one place, to build, to create. It was here that we saw the formation of the first cities, the birthplaces of civilization. These cities, like Çatalhöyük in modern-day Turkey, were a far cry from the metropolises we know today. They were small, simple, but oh so significant. They were the first places where humans lived together in large groups, where they cooperated, where they created culture. From nomadic tribes to settled societies, the dawn of civilization was a turning point in human history. Imagine a world where empires rise and fall, shaping the course of history. Let's take a journey through time, back to the era of ancient empires, and explore the rise and fall of 4 major civilizations that played pivotal roles in shaping our world today. Firstly, let's set our sights on the land of pyramids and pharaohs, ancient Egypt. This civilization thrived for thousands of years, developing intricate systems of governance, religion, and a distinctive art style that still captivates us today. However, despite its longevity, it wasn't immune to decline, with foreign invasions and internal strife eventually leading to its downfall. Next, we traverse to the vast territories of Persia, an empire known for its military might and architectural wonders. The Persians pioneered a form of governance that allowed a large and culturally diverse empire to flourish. Yet, this empire too fell, succumbing to the rising power of the Grecians. Speaking of Greece, let's turn our attention to this cradle of Western civilization. The Greeks gifted the world with democracy, philosophy, and the Olympic Games. But infighting among the city-states weakened Greece, paving the way for the rise of a new power, Rome. Finally, we land in the heart of the Roman Empire, a civilization that has profoundly impacted modern law, architecture, and language. Through military conquest and cultural assimilation, Rome grew to dominate the Mediterranean basin. But like the empires before it, Rome was not invincible. Economic instability, military overreach, and political corruption led to its eventual collapse. So why does this matter? Well, these empires were the trailblazers of their time, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and societal organization. Their rise and fall remind us of the transient nature of power, but their contributions continue to echo through time. These ancient empires have left an indelible mark on history, influencing the world we live in today. So as we move forward, let's remember to look back, for history often holds the keys to understanding our present and shaping our future. What comes to mind when you think of the Middle Ages? Often called the Dark Ages, this period, stretching roughly from the 5th to the 15th century, was anything but dark. It was a time of profound transformation, one that would lay the groundwork for the world as we know it today. With the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe found itself fractured into numerous small kingdoms, each with its own monarch. This led to the establishment of the feudal system, a hierarchical structure where the king granted lands to his most loyal nobles, who in turn provided military service and paid rents. The society was stratified, with serfs and peasants at the bottom working the lands of their lords. The church also played a crucial role in shaping the Middle Ages. It was the spiritual compass for the people, guiding them through their daily lives and influencing their moral values. The church's power was so immense that it even launched the Crusades, a series of holy wars with the aim to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control. But the Middle Ages was not just about wars and power struggles. It was also a time of pestilence, most notably, the Black Death. This plague swept across Europe in the 14th century, wiping out nearly a third of the continent's population. Yet, even this grim event had a silver lining. It led to significant societal and economic changes, including the end of serfdom in many areas. Amidst the turmoil, the Middle Ages also saw remarkable cultural and scientific advancements. The period gave birth to Gothic architecture, chivalric literature, and the beginnings of universities. Scholars like Thomas Aquinas and Roger Bacon pushed the boundaries of knowledge, intertwining faith and reason in a way that would influence Western thought for centuries to come. Despite its challenges, the Middle Ages was a time of significant growth and change, paving the way for the modern world. Fast forward to the past few centuries, a time of revolution, innovation, and transformation. Let's take a leap into the bustling era of the Industrial Revolution, which kicked off in the 18th century. This period was a game changer, a time when industries powered up and factories replaced manual labor. It marked a shift from agrarian societies to industrialized urban centers, a transition that had profound effects on every aspect of daily life. Moving on, we can't overlook the immense global impact of the two world wars in the first half of the 20th century. These cataclysmic events reshaped political, cultural, and social landscapes. They led to the fall of empires, the creation of new nations, and sparked significant changes in global power dynamics. In the aftermath of the wars, we saw the rise of democracy as more and more nations embraced the idea of governance by the people. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a milestone in our shared history, was adopted, setting a standard for human dignity and freedom. As we entered the second half of the 20th century, the world witnessed a technological revolution. From the advent of computers, the internet, to space exploration, these advancements have redefined how we live, work, and communicate. In the blink of an eye, we've entered the age of globalization. This is a time characterized by interconnected economies, cultures, and ideas. It's also a time of challenges, with issues like climate change, inequality, and pandemics urging us to rethink our approaches and work collectively for a greener, fairer, and healthier world. And here we are, in the present day. It's a world that's ever-changing, ever-evolving, with history being made every second. The journey has been eventful, filled with triumphs and tribulations. But it's these experiences, these moments in time, that have shaped our civilization. Modern history has seen some of the most rapid changes and developments, shaping the world as we know it. As we look back on our journey through history, what do we see? A tapestry of civilizations, empires, periods, and events that have shaped our world and continue to influence our present. From the dawn of civilization, where we first learned to harness the power of nature, to the sprawling ancient empires that showcased the ingenuity and ambition of man. We journeyed through the Middle Ages, a time of great upheaval and transformation, and then onto the modern era, where technological advancements propelled us into an age of discovery and innovation. In each era, we witnessed the rise and fall of powers, the shifting of boundaries, the triumphs of human spirit, and the tragedies of war and conflict. We've seen how human ingenuity has spurred progress, but also how our thirst for power and dominion has often led to our downfall. Patterns emerge from this intricate dance of past events. We see that history is not a linear progression, but a complex web of interconnected occurrences. Actions taken in one corner of the world can ripple out, influencing events far beyond their origin. We've learned that our past is a mosaic of triumphs and failures, of progress and setbacks. And what of the lessons? History has shown us the power of unity, the importance of understanding and tolerance, and the dangers of ignorance and fear. It's taught us that every civilization, every era, has something to contribute, something to teach us. We've learned that progress is often born from adversity, that innovation springs from necessity, and that the most enduring changes are those that are driven by a desire for the betterment of all. So what next? The study of history is an ongoing journey, a never-ending quest for understanding. It's about asking questions, seeking answers, and striving to learn from our past so that we might shape a better future. History is not just about the past, it's about understanding how we got here and where we're going. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.